Michelle and I decided to go to Pikesville with a small group of friends and spend the day at the Hillbilly Day Festival. Hillbilly Days had its beginning in 1977 when the Shriners decided to use it to raise money for the Shriners Hospital. Two Shriners from the Hillbilly Clan Outhouse Number 2, Howard Dirty Ear Stratton and Shady Grady Kenny, decided to start the festival in 1976 after visiting a festival in Portsmouth, Ohio. Hillbilly Days is an annual festival that takes place in Pikeville, Kentucky. The festival is hosted by Pikeville. It can be as early as the 11th of April or as late as the 21st.
Ridding our lives of all we've gathered, trying to pretend it doesn't matter, but it does. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. And we're out on the road once again, stretching forth our hands, reaching for a friend, wondering if this trail will ever end, as we're looking for America again. Yes, we're looking for America again.
Coming into Pikesville, they've got the Hillbilly Festival going on right now. Michelle and I thought it would be a good idea to just see Pikesville from up here before we go down into the city itself. So we're on what's called the Overlook in Pikesville. And what the whole idea is behind this overlook is so you can see how far they cut through the mountains to put this big highway system in. And it's really quite a thing to view. The cut-through project also provided the city of Pikesville with more room for development due to the relocation of the Lavisa Fork of the Big Sandy River away from downtown. Pikesville and relieved the city of congestion caused by the railroad and the three major highways that cut through it. Visitors can expect more than just an astonishing view when visiting the Cut-Through Project Overlook. Located on Bob Amos Drive, the Cut-Through Overlook sits atop a majestic mountain surrounded by beautiful scenery and the Bob Amos Park, which features a rubberized walkway, hiking trail, horseshoe arena area, tennis courts, soccer fields, baseball fields, and a YMCA. Hatfield and McCoy River trails, also located near the overlook. Visitors can expect more than just Pikeville, Kentucky is also a fascinating Kentucky city to visit, starting with Pikeville University and also its connection with the Hatfield and McCoy feud. There is plenty to spur the imagination of most people. The Hatfield and McCoy feud, also described as the Hatfield-McCoy conflict, involved two rural American families. The McCoy family lived primarily on the Kentucky side of the Tug Fork, while the Hatfields lived mostly on the West Virginia side. Most McCoys fought for the Confederates with the exception of Asa Harmon McCoy, who fought for the Union. The first real violence in the feud was the death of Asa as he returned from the war, murdered by a group of Confederate home guards. Devil Anse Hatfield was a suspect at first, but was later confirmed to be sick at home. The Hatfields were more affluent than the McCoys and had many more political connections. Ance's timbering operation was a source of wealth for his family, while the McCoys were more lower middle class. Asa Harmon McCoy joined the 45th Kentucky Infantry on October 20th, 1863. According to the compiled service records, he was captured by rebels in December of 1863 and released 4 months later to a Union hospital. Asa joined a company of Pike County Home Guards under the command of Uriah Runyon, and it is thought that he suffered the wound while serving with this unit. William Francis also led a company of Pike County Home Guards in 1862, a group of which attacked and shot Mose Christian Klein, a friend of Devil Anse Hatfield. Although Klein survived his wounds, Anse vowed to retaliate against the responsible parties. Sometime in 1863, a group of Confederate Home Guard ambushed and killed Francis as he was leaving his house, and Anse took credit for the deed. His compiled service records say killed by rebels. attire for a hillbilly. In many ways, Hillbilly Days was the same as any other street festival. Assorted vendors all slinging their wares of various sorts and flavors. In spite of all that, one thing I also noticed, young and old seemed to be having a great time. This is one street in Pikeville, Kentucky that I find particularly interesting. To begin with, I find the building architecture in this area of particular interest. Also, in addition, the shops that they house are all of incredible interest as well. Perhaps the capstone of this entire block is the last building, where painted near the top is the mural entitled Forbidden. It portrays a love interest between a Hatfield and a McCoy. This is one street in Pikeville, Kentucky that I find particularly interesting. To begin with, I find the building architecture. This alley implies that the aforementioned mural is known as the Artist Alley. Local artists are free to come and share their talents on the walls of the alley. As you can tell, some of the artists even share their artistic talent from above. However, they may choose to carry it out. It makes for interesting viewing for all who will take the time to look. It says you can't walk in one. It seems as though these children have found a way to overcome that problem. Nevertheless, by the size of the smiles on all of their faces, they are having a great time. In actuality, that is all that matters, and this was a common theme in Hillbilly Days. What you are viewing is the home of Randolph McCoy, born October 30th, 1825, and died March 28th, 1940. Randolph was the patriarch of the McCoy clan. He was the fourth of 13 children, and he lived mostly on the Kentucky side of the